Pokemon. There are a lot of them. Catholic saints. Also a lot of them. Thanks be to God. No fancy intro needed here. Let's do this. You've already read the title, but we're gonna say it anyway. Saints and their Pokemon companions. Do click that subscribe button so you can enjoy all the videos that fuse your faith and your geekiness. It's the YouTube equivalent of catching a Pokemon with your computer or phone being the Pokeball. St. Dominic, Arcanine. You might have seen some artwork of Dominic accompanied by a dog carrying a flaming torch, and some Dominican institutions use it too. The Pokemon version of this would be the fire dog Arcanine. The story goes, Dominic's mother had a vision of a dog with a torch in its mouth, leaping from her womb and setting the world aflame. This is possibly nothing more than pious legend, but in Latin, the casual name of the order this saint founded is Dominicanus, which supposedly led to people back in the day jokingly refer to the friars as Dominicanis, or Dogs of the Lord. And speaking of holy and fiery, black and white habited individuals, Catherine of Siena, Delphox. A third-order Dominican with a strong reputation for holiness and counseling. St. Catherine of Siena was a force to be reckoned with. She was instrumental in convincing the Pope to return to Rome from Avignon. In her writings and sayings, using fire to describe God's love for us and her love for God come up multiple times. So he figured Delphox, the psychic and fire-type Pokemon, would be her companion. From the Pokédex, Delphox stares into the flame on the tip of its branch to achieve a focused state. Kinda sounds like how the mystic Catherine of Siena would often sink into a deep contemplative, meditative state, in prayer and upon reception of the Eucharist. Blessed Takayama Ukon, Gallade. Since the Pokemon franchise originated in Japan, it would feel amiss to not name a Japanese native and give them a Pokemon companion. Martyr and Samurai Blessed Takayama Ukon is a great example of how an honest, authentic, faith-filled life is more important than worldly prestige. Gallade is an ideal Pokemon. They are honorable warriors and masters of courtesy and swordsmanship, according to the Pokédex. St. David, Sirfetch'd. St. David lived in the 500s and is the patron saint of Wales, which has a leek as a national symbol. Legend has it, St. David told the Welsh army to wear leeks into battle. Well, there just so happens to be Pokemon that carry these long green veggies with them. Just for laughs, we say St. David originally had a Farfetch'd. Then, when he became bishop, it evolved into Sirfetch'd. The Evangelists. They each have a symbol associated with them that we use to figure out their Pokemon companions. There's a link in the comments that gives you a good description of each of the symbols and what they represent. Matthew, Angel/Divine Man. Deoxys, because it looks humanoid, but is clearly something else. Mark, Lion. Solgaleo, because it is the most visually impressive lion-like Pokemon. Luke, Ox. No directly oxen-looking Pokemon, so I went with a Taurus. John, Eagle. Lugia, because it is the most visually impressive eagle-like Pokemon. John Paul II also gets a Lugia. A powerful man requires a powerful Pokemon. John Paul II was Polish, and a symbol of that country is an eagle that has a decent physical similarity to Lugia. Plus, as Pope, John Paul's primary color was white, just like Lugia's. St. George? Obviously he gets some sort of dragon-type Pokemon. But which one? The Legenda Aurea is the most popular source for the story of St. George. It states the dragon George Slade lived in a pond and spewed venom across the countryside near a village in Libya. This lends itself to the Pokemon Dragalge. But look at any depiction of St. George going at it, and none of those dragons look like they could disguise as kelp. So maybe Charizard or Garchomp. We have more saints and their Pokemon companions coming to you next week. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. What other Pokemon could you see traveling with some saints of the Catholic Church? Comment below. And if you want to see more great videos that fuse your Catholic faith and your geekiness, then subscribe to Random Catholic Thoughts Geek. Don't forget to like, share, and suggest a topic. May the Lord be with you.